Cheers.
Indian origin Rishi Sunak checks into 10 Downing Street. But the opposition in India asks, will we ever see a minority prime minister? They get fact-checked. The Coimbatore blast investigation is gathering pace. The BJP alleges that deeper terror links are being hidden and that the plot was much bigger. As questions are raised over the investigation and whether those in the know are economical with the truth, a Sri Lanka blast link also is emerging in the Coimbatore blast case. After the ISIS link is confirmed by investigators, Sri Lanka link emerging to the Coimbatore cylinder blast. Did the main accused, Mubin, also meet one of the bombers of Sri Lanka? In Coimbatore, Gujarat, a communal clash on the night of Diwali, 19 detained in Vadodara. Was it planned? Crude bomb menace in Bengal. A 7-year-old child killed, 3 others injured. The child mistook a crude bomb for a ball near a railway track. Thanks for joining us on The Burning Question. For the last few days, we've been reporting on the Coimbatore blast. Now, initially it was called a cylinder blast, but as more and more questions are raised in the last few days, the stringent UAPA has been invoked today in the case relating to the explosion in Coimbatore that killed 1 person. 5 others have been arrested now over the incident, and the police have intensified the investigation. They claim they're covering all aspects, including the terror angle. But questions remain because the arrested have been identified by the police, and the man under the radar who's been killed also in the blast, Mubin, there are links emerging between him and those who are directly linked to the plot, the Easter bombings of Sri Lanka. And there are questions over whether some of the facts are being suppressed or being hidden in the course of this investigation, or at least that's the allegation by the BJP. Here are the facts as we know it this evening.
On Sunday, a car blast was reported outside Kottai Ishwaran Temple in Coimbatore. The Tamil Nadu police had called it gas cylinder explosion, killing a certain 25-year-old Mubin. 2 days later, as investigation deepens, the terror angle is emerging. Police have arrested 5 accused: Mohammad Talka, Mohammad Azharuddin, Mohammad Riaz, Firoz Ismail and Mohammad Nawaz Ismail. Some of them who were under the NIA radar in 2019.
Coimbatore City Police Commissioner V. Balakrishnan has confirmed that the police has invoked the UAPA Act against 5 of the accused who has been caught in connection with a car bomb explosion that took place near Coimbatore at Ukkadam. The police has invoked UAPA after 48 hours after the incident took place. Now, the police is also looking at the connections made by the other accused in this case and whether they have also met with any terror accused in this case. Meanwhile, Jamisha Mubin, it is said, have had close interaction with Azharuddin, who is known to be a prime accused in the Sri Lanka Easter blast case.
The CCTV footage is the key in this investigation. 3 of the arrested were seen in a CCTV footage carrying 2 LPG cylinders and 2 small drums, the content of which has been sent for forensic examination. But the case has taken a political turn, with the BJP alleging an attempt at cover-up.
All we are doing is telling the government, people have started to know this is a terror attack, this is a suicide attack. Please don't hide anymore. Please arrest people, give us confidence, change officers, put some extra security in Coimbatore.
So what's the truth behind the Coimbatore blast? Can the terror angle be denied? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Joining us on the debate this evening, a Charu Pragya spokesperson of the BJP, Narayan Tirupati, spokesperson of the Tamil Nadu BJP, also joining us on the debate, S. Sriram, political analyst, and Arvind, who's a lawyer and political analyst, joining us on the burning question, along with Kaliko Rahman, a political analyst. Now, Narayan Tirupati, I saw you there in that news conference with Mr. Annamalai. Now, there are several questions, the most important one being whether the investigators or the government were perhaps being economical with the truth in this case, or at least that was the allegation made by the BJP. Why are you alleging that? You can start the debate with Arvind.
Oh, yeah, hi. Very good evening. Before
Arvind,
this, I would give you some
Arvind, let Narayan start and you can respond to it.
examples in Tamil Nadu.
Let Narayan
Number
start.
one
My question was to Narayan, yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, see, we are not, alleging something which is not there. We have been saying for the last 48 hours that, yes, there is a problem, there is a terror angle, but the DGP of Tamil Nadu denied that. He straightly denied day before yesterday that there is no terror angle and it is a cylinder accident, cylinder blast accident. That's what he had said. So we have been saying that this is a terror module. This is definitely a very big thing, a very big conspiracy to attack Coimbatore. And that's what the God has saved Coimbatore by a speed breaker. This car at 4 o'clock, it went and when it was crossing a speed breaker, they had this fellow had a problem and he stopped it. The cylinder blast went off. This is how. Otherwise, we could not imagine what would have happened to Coimbatore.
Exactly.
Number one. Number two is that from there on, the police, the Tamil Nadu government was hiding everything, and they never said. They were saying that it is only a cylinder blast, which definitely by day before yesterday evening, the media has reported that this Jamesha Mubin had links with the Sri Lankan terror mastermind and also the person who is sitting in Kerala's prison. So he was also an ISIS suspect and he was interrogated by 2019. The state intelligence or the Q branch or the communal unit, you have a special unit working for Tamil Nadu police. So all these things, they never, were searching for this Jamesha Mubin, and definitely it is the intelligence failure. Number three, we had received all these CCTV cameras we have seen. So when this DGP says that it is only a cylinder blast, where come these 4 people had come? Till today morning, our state president, Mr. Annamalai, was saying that under what sections we have booked these 5 people who have arrested. They have not said anything. Only after Mr. Annamalai gave a press conference, the Commissioner of Police from Coimbatore came and said that they have arrested in under UAPA. And now Mr. Annamalai has also alleged that 8 more people have been taken into custody, which even now the Tamil Nadu police is hiding. So there are a lot of things. The same way, very clear, Mr. Annamalai, through the media houses, he has very clearly said that there is a mobile phone used by Jamesha Mubin, had a picture which said, if the news about my death reaches you, forgive my mistakes, hide my shortcomings, participate in my janasa, that is the last rites, and pray for me. This is what the accused or Jamesha Mubin had in his WhatsApp. And this very clearly shows that it is a conspiracy. Why the police is hiding? Why the government should have said, and on the first day itself, there is a threat. Suppose we had more threats like what we had in Sri Lanka, what would have happened to the people of Coimbatore, people of Tamil Nadu?
No, it's very clear, Mr. Tirupati. It's very clear. 1 minute, Arvind, before you respond.
May I come in?
Yeah, you can. I just want to show you that visual. Can I please, over my frame, can you please put the visuals of the gunny bag that the CCTV that we played out this morning? Let me just put that visual, and I want to ask you, Arvind. Look at this visual.
Yes.
You can see 4 and Charu. You can respond to him. The four
Yes,
men that you see in this video. 1 minute, brother. Hear me out.
This is not something
calmly hear me out. Calmly hear. Arvind, I haven't asked you my question.
2017. I
haven't asked you my question.
Of a radical event that has happened in the past.
Arvind?
Tamil Nadu and
Arvind,
Kerala
can you
are
hear
not,
my question?
States which are, it is not a surprise that events like these are happening. On March 16,
Arvind, can you hear me?
A man named Farouk was hacked to death. He was a Muslim, I will tell you. He was hacked by the Muslims just because he was posting some kind of atheistic comments on the Facebook. And I will give you another example. In 2019, a man named Ramalingam.
1 minute. Arvind, I know you're, Arvind, I know you've come with some points. 1 minute, calmly hear me out. I didn't even complete my question. I wanted to play that visual out. You please look at that video. You came with a prepared list of pointers. You've made your speech, but look at that video. I'm going to play that video out once again. Right?
Yes.
These are 4 youth carrying a gunny bag with Mubin, from Mubin's house, correct?
Yes. Yes.
The blast takes place outside a temple, correct?
Yes.
The UAPA charges are added today, correct?
Yes. Yes.
They initially called it a cylinder blast, correct?
Exactly.
Then please tell me, Charu, why shouldn't we ask questions? Why shouldn't anybody ask questions about whether there was a deliberate attempt? Because, you know, I can get into details of who Mubin was, why Mubin has been questioned in the past, but I think the view across the country is that there is an attempt to play down the facts. I want Charu to come in, Arvind, listen to her and then respond, because you've come with a speech. You've come with a speech, listen to the other side and then respond. Charu.
Yes, go ahead. I would. Yes, go ahead.
Niranjan, thank you very much. And I will ask by asking very pertinent and very direct questions. Why has it taken so long for the police to actually admit it was not an accident, it was a planned act of terror? Question number 2, why is it that neither DMK or the Chief Minister till now has not acknowledged this attack and said anything about it? Number 3, when more than 75 kgs of ammonium nitrate, potassium, sodium, fuse wires, nails, etc. was found from both the houses of the accused, also near the car where the blast happened, why did the police not make a statement with regards to this previously? These are very direct questions and we need answers to that. More importantly, it is the modus operandi, Niranjan, and this modus operandi is very obvious, and especially in Coimbatore, and going back all the way to decades ago. It happens near a temple. It is done by a person who's been questioned by the NIA. It is done by a person who is said to have ISIS links. It is done by a person on a day of a festival when most people are celebrating. The modus operandi is very regular. It has happened too many times to name, unfortunately, and it has been repeated again. I want to ask, why is the political dispensation in Tamil Nadu not being more vigilant or honest about this? Secondly, I am glad the police has finally put UAPA, but is that enough?
Well, I have come prepared for what? The deaths of 2 people. That is always in my heart.
Yes.
So you ask why this should not be questioned. This should be questioned. I will tell you. And I also agree with Mr. Narayan. He said God has saved us from a big catastrophe. This was actually a great attempt to cause a chaos during the Hindu festival of Diwali. And this is not new to Tamil Nadu. That is what I'm saying. So as you said, why this should not be questioned? Yes, this should be questioned. Even there are many other things which were not questioned. I will tell you number 1. In 2017, March 16, a guy named Farooq was killed by Muslim extremists in Tamil Nadu. And Islamic extremism is not new in Tamil Nadu. I will tell you another example. A man named Ramalingam was hacked to death just for questioning the conversion of some extremists. They were trying to make some kind of conversions in a Dalit area. And this was prevented by Ramalingam, and he questioned it. Why are you trying to convert these people? And he asked questions like, can I come to your areas where there are Muslim majority areas? Can a Hindu come there and do this kind of conversion there? On the next day, he was killed before his son. This too was not questioned. Okay, Tamil Nadu, like Kerala, is not really new for Islamic radicalization. I have good Muslim friends. I'm not saying every Muslim is like that, but Islamic extremism, it does exist, and it does very much exist in Tamil Nadu. There is no doubt in that. And to be said, these parties are very much dependent on the Muslim vote bank. And for this,
Arvind, at that point, you just stop. Arvind, I request you. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Just 1 minute. At that point,
this is what happening.
At that point, just hold on. You're going 5 steps ahead. 1 minute. Coming back,
My agony. Sharing my agony.
no, it seems like you're on the same page that the
Yes, I
question, parties and governments are going soft. Kalik, I saw you disagreeing with him. Kalik, imagine this, okay? It's Diwali.
Exactly.
A blast happens outside a temple.
God
It's
save us.
Diwali and a blast happens outside a temple. And they simply call it a cylinder blast. Let me tell you a little bit about this
It is
guy
not,
called Mubin.
Possibly.
Yeah, let me tell you, I want Kalik and Sriram to come in. Listen to this, okay? Listen to this. Because our reporter got pulled out the full file of Mubin. Full file. I have details. I'm gonna take 30 seconds to tell you about Mubin. I want you to listen. This guy called Jamisha Mubin, the terrorist called Jamisha Mubin, was questioned in April 2019, soon after the serial blast in Colombo. Mubin was interrogated with regard to his association with Zahra Nashim. Now, who's Zahra Nashim? I'll tell you. Sri Lankan Zahra Nashim was associated with the National Tawahujja Jamaat. Right? 2 days after the Colombo attack, Islamic State, through its media wing, put out a photo which had Ashim's picture with 8 masked suicide bombers. Okay? And Hashim also masterminded the Easter attack. He spent a large amount of time in South India. And that's why a team from Tamil Nadu today goes to Kerala to find out who were Mubin's friends. Who else did Mubin meet? Now tell me, Kalik, now when this is the case, how can you just brush it off as a cylinder blast outside a temple? Cylinder blast. Just imagine, just flip the situation and tell me if it was any other festival outside any other religious place, would you just call it a cylinder blast? And would the entire establishment go quiet about it? Kalik and then Sriram.
Yeah, a very good evening to Niranjan and to all my co-panelists. I've seen in fact, the video and also the CCTV footage there, which in fact gives a very clear indication that it was a pre-planned thing. It was just not, just a slender attack, which was initially stated by the police and the government, because there seems to be much more than to what we have seen actually and what was reported in fact by the police. So, and moreover the timing, Niranjan, as you very rightly said, because this is something which cannot definitely be ignored, because that pattern which was followed is very much similar to the pattern which is normally adopted in the terror attacks. So I really don't know on what basis the police first came out and termed it as a mere cylinder attack without actually, understanding the seriousness and the intensity of this. And then later on, when there was a pressure, on the government and on the police, and today after having arrested these 5 gentlemen, and then they have invoked the UAPA. So I think, all of us seem to be on the same page here. And it seems, Tamil Nadu or the Kerala is not new to ISIS or the terror attacks. So the police should not really have taken it so lightly. I mean, this is my first observation after having, seen this and following your story here. Actually.
No, I'm not blaming the police. Niranjan, can I?
Yeah, even I'm not blaming the police. But the police approach seems to have been little casual in the beginning, which I feel should have been little serious actually.
No, today they're adding the UAPA charge. Can you imagine? Today, 1 minute, Charu, Sriram hasn't spoken. I'm just coming to you.
I have a different take on this. Niranjan, can I come in, please?
Sriram hasn't spoken. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds and I'll go across to Sriram.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. 10 seconds, I'll go to Sriram.
Yeah, I think it is the political dispensation's fault. When it is the political dispensation which is making excuses for the accused, when you are resorting to appeasement, this is what happens. At the end of the day, the police works according to whatever the police...
I would agree with you here.
But we'll come back to this. I'll wait for the...
No, when it is coming to the security of the country, when it is coming to the security of the country, where is the appeasement here actually? And I don't think the DMK government, would go in for, the appeasement policy just simply by hiding the facts here.
I think
And,
they have
it
always
is-
done that.
Kalik,
They have
Kalik, I
always
think
done that.
Kalik, you'll be naive.
And
Kalik,
they
have
still
always-
don't
Kalik, you're not
think
fooling
that
anyone.
it is the same
Kalik,
fact
you're not
in
fooling
national
anyone.
DMK.
No, one minute. Kalik, you're not fooling anyone. Kalik, let me tell you, you're not fooling anyone.
In Tamil Nadu throughout
Yeah.
the last 60
No,
years
I
have
know
been
your
appeasing the
see,
Islamic
see.
minority groups.
Arvind,
the
one minute.
extremist groups.
Arvind, 1 minute.
For-
Let
for the
Sriram,
sake
actually
of
Sriram is better
politics.
suited.
Yeah.
Putting
Sriram, 1
national
minute.
security at
Arvind,
risk.
wait. Arvind, let Sriram come in. I
Yeah.
have limited time.
Yeah. Niranjan, the fact,
Yeah.
good evening everybody, the fact that
On
a
the
DGP
political aspect
rushing
of it.
for a cylinder blast in a district by itself doesn't meet the eye. I mean, there is something that is more than what meets the eye. That's why a DGP rushes to a spot. Normally, a commissioner would have to handle that situation. So obviously, there is much more since the plan that was probably there. That's why a DGP rushes. But the fact of the matter is, they have
Thursday,
been slow.
yes. Thank
They
you.
have been slow
Yes.
in terms of getting the things and putting things on the perspective and probably telling the people as to what their position that they have taken or how have they assured they should assure the public in general that things have been under control. They have probably missed out on that. I would agree with Narayanan sir. It's a pure grace of God that something
Exactly.
really untoward thing that has been avoided. Yes, there has been a lack of intelligence. Time and again, it is not about the efficiency
Absolutely.
of our police force, but the fact of the matter is, it has been in the multiple circumstances in the last 1 year. They have probably failed, or I don't know whether they have been asked to fail or whether they have been asked to go slow. But definitely, there are certain areas that they will definitely have to look back very seriously in the interest of the nation and for the interest of the people of Tamil Nadu.
Absolutely, I fully agree with you.
Everybody talks of the problem. I have a solution to this. There is a solution from my side. If I'm allowed to
Do a
talk,
better
I may
policing.
proceed.
That's the best solution. Do a
The
proactive
solution is
policing.
that
Do a
the
better
solution is
policing. That is the
you have to
exact solution
accept
that one
and
should look
acknowledge
for.
the fact that Islamist extremism, Islamic
let's-
radicalism.
No, it's only after, I mean, whether they like it or not, it is only after Mr. Annamalai's press conference did they even bring in the UAPA. This should have been done by themselves proactively. Why was it not done? So obviously, these are the questions that will be asked by a responsible political party. What is wrong in it?
Yeah, I want to ask you, Narayanan Tirupati, is it true that they didn't even name ISIS till today? I mean, is it true that they didn't name ISIS till today?
Yes, see, these 5 people which they have named, the police in their report has very clearly, they have not mentioned the sections. Mr. Annamalai mentioned this and he asked under what section they have done. Another thing is that 8 more persons have been taken into custody,
Yeah.
as he said. And these 8 persons, even now, the police have not come out that they have arrested 8 persons they are having in custody. Why is that? What is the problem? Why they are? Because if people come to know that more and more people are involved in this, then there is a very big thing is happening, and Coimbatore is under, Tamil Nadu is under heavy attack. That is what people will believe. So the instead of the police, they are trying to say, or the DMK's alliance partners say that we should not panic the public, but we have to make sure that people are aware of all these things, and there should proper caution should be given to the people to definitely safeguard them. This the government has definitely. Suppose on 23rd, the day previous to Diwali, there was a huge rush in entire Tamil Nadu. So if suppose that car had gone in the morning of 23rd, what would have happened in Oppanakara Street or Town Hall Road in Coimbatore? That is what we are asking. That is why I said the Ishwar has saved a lot of Coimbatore people, unlike in 1998. Now because of the speed breaker, some accident has happened and he was dead. Now it is for the state government to definitely probe further and bring into the books, who are all behind these things. Or what are the organizations, whether it is ISIS or whether it is some other group from Kerala or the Sri Lankan group, we need to find, and we demand a NIA probe in this.
Yeah.
I think the Chief Minister by this time
Definitely.
should have requested for a NIA probe.
No, because I would expect, Kalik, tell me, if you, wouldn't you expect, Kalik, if a blast like this happens, and you know how serious it is, and let me tell you some more details. Nawaz Firoz Riaz helped Mubin load cylinders into the car. And there is this other character called Talka. Talka gives the car to Mubin. Talka's a scrap dealer. He had bought the car for 25,000 rupees.
Talka, it is told that he has been a very close associate of Basha,
Yeah.
who was the prime accused in 1998 Coimbatore.
Yeah, Mr. Narayanan, consider this. All of these facts are available. Would you, I would expect, I'm just saying as a journalist, I would expect the state government to get into a panic mode, hold a news conference, tell the people what's happening, say we are in control of the situation, accept and admit there was a terror module, accept and admit and ask people to be safe. Can you tell me, colleague, why do political parties, why are governments cagey? Why don't they have the courage, or why do they try and dodge the expected route when it comes to such cases? Why? What is the compulsion? What are they worried about?
Politics.
What?
Especially in situations like this, Niranjan, I think it is the government who should, come out openly and hold a press conference and inform the people and tell them very clearly that this is the attack which has taken place, and the government is leaving no stone unturned to go into the depth to find out the culprits and the connections behind this attack. But I fully agree with my co-panelists that I think this is the time that the central agency should step in. It should be handed over to the NIA.
No, Mr. Khalil, instead of the DMK's allies, Mr. Thirumavalavan and Manidhanaya Makkal Katchi and also Senthil Balaji, minister, all these people are trying to say that we should not make it communal. Areka, what is this? A terror attack has happened, and these people are blaming Hindus that they should not make any communal statements. That is the state of Tamil Nadu today.
I think that is the last thing that the Tamil Nadu government should do, because this is not at all a Hindu-Muslim or a communal thing. This is to do with the security of the country, security of the nation. So whether whichever community it is, they all are invited and united in fighting against the terrorism actually. And there is no religion to any terror actually. So whoever the people who have been involved in this, they should be dealt as the convicts of the 1998 attack have been dealt with. So because these people seem to be having the history which Mr. Niranjan has read it out very clearly. So I feel that the central agency should step in, and our intelligence has to be more vigilant now.
No, but you please tell me now, there's another question, Mr. Narayanan Tirupati. I think you should also raise this question. If here's a terror suspect slash terrorist, okay, and let me get the last word in from Charu, Pragya, right? If you have a terror suspect slash terrorist questioned by the NIA in 2019 on the loose, and did nobody watch him? Did nobody keep an eye on him? Did nobody see it coming? I think that says something.
That is the work of the state intelligence, Q branch. That is the duty of the state intelligence and Q branch.
And the second he was found to be a part of this blast, why was the police already not making sure these clear links have been drawn? I will repeat myself here, Niranjan. This is because this government in Tamil Nadu has still not openly talked about this clear nexus and this clear modus operandi which has existed in Tamil Nadu for a very long time. There is no difference between 1998 and 2022. Both blasts happened outside a temple. Both were done by people who are accused and investigated by the NIA.
Yeah.
ISIS linked all the times.
Okay.
And in this particular case, it is just shameful because India as a country has taken a very strong stand against a zero tolerance to terrorism.
I'll end with this, Charu.
It is shameful when the state government goes its independent ways and does something exactly opposite.
I'll end with this. You know, the city where I'm sitting, at least, where we are broadcasting from, Republic TV in Mumbai, we've seen so many blasts. Can you imagine yesterday being Diwali? There was a blast outside a temple in Coimbatore, and Coimbatore has been the hub of a huge political debate, and I can't believe nobody's talking about it. A blast by terrorists slash terror suspects, and people and governments are trying to play it down. Unbelievable. I'd like to thank you. It's also the third debate with Arnab tonight at 9 p.m. Third debate coming up at 10:30. Appreciate all of you joining us. Over to my colleague Aishwarya joining us with the